Hey, what's going on? It's Kylee Roman, your host of The Scene, and today we've got like a hella special episode for you, okay? Because not only do we have a couple guest hosts, we've got a couple of bands from out of town, which is something that we don't typically do, but today we're loving that we did it because you got Michael Charles, who is Australian, from Chicago. Like, I don't even know how that works, but dude is so good at what he does. He does the blues, and he does it so well. Maybe even better than B.B. King. I don't know. I didn't say it. But then you've also got Little Crow. They got a special place in my heart because they're from my hometown, Vancouver. Love these guys. You're going to want to check it out. Just so talented, unreal. We've got an interview, a couple songs for you. Check it out on The Scene.
I'll start out with something that nobody knows. I'll give you a story the way that I've grown. My childhood was simple, but I found it hard when I played my guitar. Nobody listened to my heart. I played those blues so early. Nobody heard the tune. I played the chords my daddy taught me, and now I play them for you. The day I got married, it turned my course. Had 2 children, I bought a house, of course. The day we parted, left it all behind, but I kept on playing. But my heart went wild. Played the blues so early. Nobody heard the tune. I play the chords my daddy taught me, and now I play them for you. Now I live alone, no place to call home. Living like a gypsy from town to town. Life's been a journey, fighting constantly. Keep on trying till I find my destiny. Play those blues so early. Nobody heard the gonna play them for you. That's all I need to do, yeah. Ain't got no money, ain't got no time, ain't got nobody to draw me a line. Smoke too many cigarettes and I love my wine. I had your love, but I left it behind. Everybody thinking, everybody's got a road to go. Most times we got it. All you need is to know. You're being crazy. You're being bad. Not knowing what to do. Feeling so sad. A long time running. I can't run no more. You see I've fallen, I won't fall anymore. Everybody thinking, everybody's got a road to go. Most times we got it. All you need is to know.
So you know how a little bit earlier I was talking about Michael Charles and how I was like, yo, how did this Australian dude come to America, get to Chicago? We got our guest host Kyle in, who's gonna figure that out on the scene.
Actually, in 1989, I got the invite to go to the States by the legendary Mr. Buddy Guy and his management, and I think 6 or 7 months passed, and then we ended up coming to the States, and we did a 2-week stint there. Well, I did a 2-week stint, and went back to Australia, and it kind of hit me. I had a really good career in Australia. It was all rocking and going well, and I thought, man, I feel like it's unfinished business in the States. So packed my bags and went back for a 6-month thing, and then those 6 months turned into a year, and then 2 and 3 and 4 and 28, 29 years later, I'm in the States. The Chicago's home, and just keep traveling all around the US, and I do a lot in Canada too now. So it's there's no looking back. It's just, you don't know where life takes you. It's if you just go with the flow, life will just take you where it wants to take you.
Could you tell me a little bit about your time in Chicago when you first got there? How was the scene, you know, and how that influenced your music from there?
When I finally came to the States, and I found myself on stage with guys like, you know, the late and great Junior Wells and Eddie Clearwater. I ended up going on the road with Jimmy Dawkins and Buddy Guy, and I'm like, wow, I only knew these guys on record albums, on their, you know, pictures, and here they are, they're walking and breathing, and they're the real deal. Yeah. So it was a real education for me, and it just kind of went from there. As I said, I don't think about things too much. If life takes you somewhere, just go with it, go with the flow.
Kind of like your music. Like, you know, blues allows you just to go with the flow and to explore it. And, you know, sometimes it's really rocky. Sometimes you can be really like emotionally sort of like let it seep in.
You can play a song, you know, tonight, you know, and then play it again tomorrow night, and it's going to be like a whole different song. I drive my band nuts because it all comes from what I'm feeling. And the feel, you know, as human beings, we don't feel the same every day.
That's true.
So your music comes out from your feeling, you know.
Right.
So,
and you've had a prolific production, you know, so many albums. I've read online that you've had like 30 albums in 30 years. And I wanted to ask you about how you felt your evolution of music has come through that time, and if it's sort of changed.
Sometimes we're just cruising down the highway, going to the next town, and a song of mine will pop up on the iPod, you know, and it might be one of my songs that I wrote in my early days, and then another one will pop up that I wrote, you know, from the last album. And it just hits me too how my songwriting's changed. But I've never tried to change with the times or say, well, I wrote like that in the 70s now, you know, in...
Well, it's a different time now, so you're going to be a different person.
In 2000 and whatever, and it's like, I never tried to keep up with the times or the Joneses, as you want to put it, and I think it's just a natural progression to change.
I went back to my home so that I could be alone. The city streets were mean to me, my heart filled with agony. I'm thinking of a place to be. My heart's back in Italy, drunk on love and ecstasy. It's alright when you're with me. I
you're going to get an inside look at Cass and Emily, Little Crow's history from our guest host, Jordan. You're going to want to check that out right now.
Well, for me, I got started pretty young. I was 8 years old and kind of got started with musical theater and then country music, and moved to Vancouver about 3 years ago and met Cass, and then we kind of started Little Crow.
Cool. And you?
I started a little later, for sure. I was like, I guess, end of high school. Picked up a guitar when I was, early high school because you think it's gonna be cool, and then didn't really have an interest really in it until much later, and then just kind of fell in love with it. And I was mostly playing in like a bunch of rock and roll bands, hardcore bands in Vancouver, and then never really imagined going in this kind of like softer direction, I'll say, like more like an indie direction. And then when I met Emily, and then we just kind of started jamming around, and then that really kind of clicked. So I've kind of ended up doing something I never thought I'd really be doing.
So you guys both met in Vancouver then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how did you guys come into this musical relationship?
Well, we actually met through a mutual friend who is also my roommate and his best friend at the time, and she had wanted us to meet for a long time. So he knew that I sang, but brushed it off for a long time.
Everybody sings.
Yeah, so he just like did not care to meet me at all. And then we eventually ended up meeting like a year later.
And I ended up going to an open mic that Emily was playing at, because I was like, this girl's really cool. I'll go watch her play music, because apparently she sings. And I can definitely say that I was floored, and my jaw hit the floor. And I just thought I just have to start playing some music. And
Yeah, I was kind of looking to go into a more of like a fuller direction. I was a singer-songwriter, so Cass is really talented at guitar, and so I think it was just kind of a really natural formation.
A natural fit?
Yeah.
Have you guys been working on any new projects?
Our biggest thing is just working on this upcoming album. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that the newest thing since your EP last November, right?
Yeah, we were lucky enough to get funding from Creative BC, so we are super, super excited to be going in and doing a full-length one. So.
Where can people find your music online?
You can find it pretty much anywhere, actually. So we're on like SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify.
But our website is www.littlecrowband.com.
Yeah.
And everything is linked through there, so.
Yeah, and we're on
fine.
Instagram as well. This is a song called Restless Love that we wrote. It's on our debut EP, and we hope you guys like it.
Go to sleep with a restless mind, broken thoughts that keep wasting my time. Hold my head and I drink instead, blur the visions of you in my head. Feel the sheets where you used to sleep. Never felt more comfortable with you in my reach. Promises and empty lies. We like to think we were just killing time. Don't drag this on, my darling, darling. We're both broken more than we can repair. When I get over you, won't be stuck in my head, my head. When I get over you, won't cling on to this love that's dead. Without warning you, searching for something that I couldn't provide. Here we are with scars. Here we are, a new start. Don't check this on my darling, darling. We're both broken more than we can repair. When I get over you, won't be stuck in my head, my head. When I get over you, won't cling on to this that's dead. I'm crying out, oh, as you circle my brain, infecting my wounds, only brings me more pain. I get over you, I will pretend I'm better off instead. We're hanging on to empty possibilities, craving comfort we once felt underneath the sheets. We could say that we tried everything, that lie is what keeps us from feeling anything, from feeling anything. I get over you, won't be stuck in my head, my head. When I get over you, won't cling on to this love that's dead. I'm crying out, oh, as you circle my brain, infecting my wounds, only brings me more pain. I get over you, I will pretend I'm better off instead. When I get over you, won't be stuck in my head, my head. I'm crying out, oh, as you circle my brain, infecting my wounds, only brings me more pain. I get over you, I will pretend I'm better off instead.
So like I mentioned before, we don't typically have out-of-towners on the scene, so this was a super special episode. That being said, if you are from out of town or if you're local and you want to get on the scene, Shaw Okanagan is what you're going to want to email, or slide into the DMs right here at Kylee Row. Also, ring my doorbell. Finger guns.